Modern smartphones are miracles of technology. They're not just phones, they're cameras, they're computers, they're medical devices. But as we take 2 steps forward, we've taken 1 step back with the newest generation, because they're missing a dedicated audio port. And while many of us use Bluetooth for listening to audio, those of us who blog really miss a dedicated port to plug in a microphone. And that's why you need a USB-C digital audio converter. And that's what we're going to look at on this episode of Moondog R&D. This is the Stouchi or Stouchi USB-C digital audio adapter, and inside the box we get a anti-static bag with our compact dongle and a warranty card. Okay, then that's pretty much it. Now, this is a digital audio converter, or DAC, to allow you to use wired headphones or a lavalier mic with your newer Apple and Samsung phones. And this is a Samsung S22. And if you notice, all these newer phones, well, they lack something. They lack a 3.5mm audio jack that all previous phone models used to come with. Now, they removed them for a couple of reasons: cost, to reduce the amount of places where dust and liquid could get into, also to make room on the inside for a slightly larger battery, other electronics, etc. So they removed it. In place of that, everybody's gone to Bluetooth, or if you still need to use a lavalier mic or a wired headset, you can purchase these aftermarket. This is a Samsung DAC dongle, and you plug it into your USB-C port, and that allows you to plug in your headset or your lav mic, and you'll be able to record things as normal, or at least as you did in the past. The problem is, if you've ever done any video work, you know that taking video with your camera just burns through your battery life really quick. So this is great if you're recording stuff, but after a while, fairly quickly, you're going to run out of battery, and it would be nice to be able to use an external power bank, but of course your USB port is being taken up by your dongle. Well, that's why you need one of these. This is a DAC dongle, but also with a USB-C port. This is a power pass-through port, and also potentially to pass through data. But the real reason to have this is to be able to plug in your headphone or your microphone, and then plug this into your phone, and then plug in some external power, and if all goes well, yep, there we go, charging. So there you go. You will have external power, and you will have your audio components, and you'll be able to have your cake and eat it too. But how well does this work? Because the thing is, if you buy inexpensive dongles, and I have tried, the sound isn't quite as good as plugging in with the older phones, plugging it directly into the phone, or even just the microphones built into the phone. So that's the thing we're going to try out next. We're going to plug this in, and we're going to take some sample footage. You're going to hear it with and without any dongle, with the manufacturer's dongle. This is a Samsung dongle, and with the Stouchi dongle. So let's try that out next. Okay, so this is what it sounds like without any audio attachments. This is the sound directly through the phone into its own built-in microphones, which are actually pretty good for the most part. I mean, the phone makers do a good job of optimizing the microphones that are built into the phones for sound, and doing the onboard conversions for the audio in the phones. So let's try adding the Samsung dongle. Since this is a Samsung phone, you'd think the Samsung dongle would be pretty good. All right, let's try that. Now, one thing I noticed about this raw audio is that the levels were a little bit low, and that's just the built-in microphone about 1.5 feet away from me. So I'm going to bring up the audio by 7 decibels, and this is what that sounds like. All right, first we're gonna attach the lavalier mic to me, and then we're going to attach the lavalier to the dongle. And now let's plug that in. One thing I want to note before you listen to the audio from the Samsung DAC is that the audio levels, these are raw. I have not adjusted the levels in any way. And I'm getting the message that it's recording through the USB microphone. So this is what I sound like through the Samsung USB dongle. And hopefully you can hear that in contrast to the earlier without. I'm going to unplug. So we're going to hear it again quickly. One thing I noticed about the Samsung DAC is it had higher gain. I don't know if that's a built-in hardware gain inside of the circuitry for the dongle itself, or it's a software gain that the phone automatically knows that when you insert a Samsung dongle that it should increase the gain. Not sure. If you know, please let me know in the comments. But the thing I also noticed was it's just the general audio quality. It seems that there were some sounds were dropped out, and it sounds a little muddy, as if there is some sort of software noise reduction involved. Or certainly it could be just in how the analog audio is converted to digital, that there's a lot of loss of fidelity there. All right, so that's with it out. And that's with the through the phone's microphone, and I'm going to plug in the Samsung. And now it's recording through the Samsung dongle. All right, now I'm going to connect the Stouchi or Stouchi dongle and see how that sounds. Okay, I'm going to attach the Stouchi dongle with my power bank, because sometimes when you plug in direct power you get some sort of interference because of just bad circuitry, bad insulation. So it's always good to check out, since this is the intention, how I intend to run this phone with an external battery. Now it's saying that it's recording through the USB microphone through the dongle, and I'm just going to turn on the power from the external power bank. And yes, we are getting a charge. I can see the display on there. So this is how it sounds through the Stouchi dongle. If you know how to pronounce that correctly, or how they would want it pronounced, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, so this is how it sounds. So you tell me. Let me know what you think. Which sounds better? Just the Samsung dongle, or with the Stouchi dongle? Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button, because it really does help grow this channel. And it all has an advantage for you, because you're telling the algorithm the kind of content that you like to watch. So it'll recommend more content like this, more gadget and goofball reviews, as opposed to stuff you don't like to watch. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. Moondog, out. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please share it on forums, Facebook, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, MeWe, whatever social media you're on. And if you want to see all of my videos, check out moondogindustries.com.